Very good evening to one and all. So today lecture I will be explain the data science and AI for strategic human resource management. So in this lecture, basically I'll give you the fundamental thing, and after that I will explain how two algorithm will work. One is called the decision tree and another is called the random. These are the machine learning approach, and with the help of the data set, I'm already shared with the data set. Then I will run the program, that the R program. Then I have to explain the interpretation of the result, how you interpret the result from the given data set. So the data set basically your HR data set, human performance or the iteration. Let coming to the fundamental things. So I am expecting one thing. You have any difficulty during the session, you just interrupt me and you can ask me. So there is a no hesitation to ask any question, so that we can clear your doubt then and there. Now, when coming to the, this is my plan of presentation. So when coming to introduction data science and artificial intelligence, so I have to link how artificial data intelligence and link to the data. Then I'm coming to the Neuer classification. So Neuer classification is very much required, because without Neuer classification, without Neuer means there is a data types. One is called the nominal, N stands for nominal, O stands for ordinal, interval, and ratio scale. So these are different type of data sets are there, right? Then I'm coming to the data science life cycle, the theoretical part, and what are the tools and technology as of now we are using for every aspect, not only the HR aspect. We can go to any medical science or clinical science or artificial intelligence, whatever tools and language they are using. Then what are the basic components of AI? Then have to integrate the data science and the AI integration. Then what is the current application in our society? Then after that, we'll go for the case study of the employee attrition and the performance using the AI. Now, what is the objective of this session? The objective of this session is understanding the key points of the data science and AI. That means after complete this session, you will get knowledge, the basic fundamental knowledge, understanding the key concept of the data science and AI, then learning workflow of the data science project, explore the AI components in the real world problem, then how the R programming basically used. People are also using other programming, just like we can call the Python programming and R programming, Lisp programming, or you can put C++ programming they can use. But R basically prominently used nowadays for the data science. Then after that, what happened? Employee attrition performance using AI and ML. So what is traditional and strategic of the HRM? Traditional HRM and strategic. Traditional HRM means you, this is more, you are more knowledge about than me. So traditional HRM means administrative role or the reactive role and manual decision making. Then short-term focuses are there. The strategic HRM is that the data-driven is a predictive, AI power analytics, and long-term workforce strategy. Long-term means more than 10 years, 15 years, 30 years. The workforce strategy, how can. Now, what is exactly data science? So data science means we can call here. So basically data science means one is called the computer science. And what is a computer science? The computer science is a branch of engineering. We can find the analytical concept. Then by addition, we can contaminate it with mathematics, and mathematics nothing but your probabilistic statistics and your domain knowledge. So what is the domain knowledge? For example, a doctor. So doctor is called the pediatric doctor. So pediatric doctor is the domain knowledge after MBBS 4 year study. Then you go for the house surgeon 2 years, then pediatric surgeon the 2 years. Like that, the domain knowledge here. And the domain knowledge you don't have, because suppose a lawyer having own domain knowledge, a doctor having own domain knowledge, being academician, we having our domain knowledge. So these domain knowledge are integrated with mathematics. So mathematics is common for all, and you can apply the computer science application, for example, memory concept or the processing concept, though that you can return from the computer science. So what is our goal is that? The goal is called the transfer the data into actionable intelligence. So what is intelligence? Intelligence is nothing but a previous experience, is nothing but the intelligence. So this intelligence should be actionable. That means where you can use that intelligence should be benefit for the society. So that is our objective of the data science. Now coming to the next slide. Now coming to the Neuer classification. So in Neuer classification, so this is the father of Neuer classification. The Stimitz 7 started the nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio scale. The data are divided into four categories. Nominal is for example, is a country, the world happiness data set is there. Ordinal is a satisfaction level, HRLT data set. Interval is the temperature and weather data set. So this ratio is called the salary and age are called the employee data set, right? Now coming to the comparison between these four, so we can find the comparison between these four. The determining of appropriate statistical stage, T stage or ANOVA analysis of variance or chi-square, we can find out this one. Then after that, what happened? The guides the data pre-processing in machine learning, helps in data visualization in the feature engineering. These are the importance of the numerical. Now, so these are the different type of we can call the nominal data, and categorical data is no inherent order. Suppose nominal data we can call the gender, male and female, then blood group type A positive, B positive, O positive, like that. So what is the statistical operation? We can call the count and mode. And how to data visualization can do for nominal data, like the bar chart or the pie chart. Similarly, ordinal data, what to? In ordinal data, what happens? The unique interval, for example, education level, high school, or when you use the socio-demographic variable, that is a high school, how much education level you have, graduate or undergraduate or above the graduate or master degree or PhD. So you can go for the ordinal data, just like a customer ranking. So in your management, what happens? You purchase a particular product. After that, you can find the satisfaction level. So that is the high satisfaction, low satisfaction, medium satisfaction, moderate satisfaction. So that rating is 1 to 5. So this type nothing but your ordinal data. So what is the statistical operation? So we can call the median, percentile, that type of statistical operation you can use. And the data visualization point of view, we can go for the graph type is nothing but the bar chart, right? Bar chart is basically used for the comparison between two variables. Similarly, we can got the ordinal, nominal, ordinal, interval scale. We can find the interval 0 to, or you can suppose interval the temperature from 10 degree to 20 degree, 30 degree to 40 degree. Then intelligence quotient. Then statistical operations are the mean and standard deviation. And the graph type will be histogram and the line plot. Histogram means the history of the particular diagram is called the histogram, and the line chart we can use. Now coming to ratio type. So this is very, very important in our data science point of view. Data is equal intervals and you can absolutely zero, like your age, weight, height, income. So these are the nothing but example of the ratio scale. The statistical operations are all the operations like we can call the standard deviation find, we can mean or median or mode, or we can percentile, we can compute the ratio scale. And 90% data are used for the data science in the ratio scale only. And graph type also can put the scatter plot and the histogram. And basically the scatter plot when you use, you can find the relations between n number of variables, right? Suppose you have a 10, 20 variables are there, your scatter plot will identify the relations between each variable. So this is the quick comparison. So we can find the nominal data, the ordinal data. Then you can find here, so different type of nominal data, the categorical data in order to what I may explain, same thing I put in tabular form. Then ordinal data, we can find unique intervals, numeric data, and some interval also there. So then finally the equal interval of the. So here something you will to compare. For example, we can find the true zero is there, then the common graph is there or not. So basically what happened, the scatter plot is not used in case of nominal data and ordinal data and interval scale, and scatter plot only for the ratio scale. Right? Now coming to data science life cycle. So look at the first data science. So data science first is the problem definition. So how to get problem definition, where to get problem definition? Now problem definition means we can find, suppose a researcher point of view, the problem definition will get after a literature survey. So after literature survey, you can find the gap of a research area. Then you can find the problem. Now coming to data collection. So sometimes what happens, the problem research gap will tell us where to want to do to start the research. So what type of data is there? For example, we can find the employee satisfaction. So I need all the HR data. Suppose I want to find the we can call what we can call the Alzheimer's disease, we can call the Parkinson, detection of Parkinson in age of 60. So what are medical data, right? Similarly, so weather forecasting. So weather forecast means chances of earthquake after 10 years or 20 years. Then go for the seismic signal data. Similarly, you can go for the dollar price forecasting. Today dollar price 83. What's the dollar price will be after 10 years. Similarly, the gold forecasting. What happened? Gold price forecasting. Now you see last 10 days, 20 days is fluctuating every time. Every day they are increasing. After this Dhanteras will again reduce to 6 rupees, 6,000 per gram. So this is called the data analysis. We can which type of data you have to use. Suppose the data we can collection is a two-way. So data is collection two-way. One is called the primary data. The primary data. One is called the secondary data. In primary data, what happened? Data is not available. You have to collect the data from different sources. That is called the primary data. Suppose for your research, data is already available in terms of, suppose we can call the RBI data. Okay, the data is already available, right? So we can go to, suppose we want to find the portfolio management of a particular stock market. The data is in a Bombay Stock Exchange, the data is already available. So 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years data is available. So those data you can retrieve from the website and keep in your memory. Then you can analyze it. That is called the secondary data. Primary data means the data is not available at all. Then you can find the data into collection. So what to go data collection? You go to different type of data. Suppose I want to find the psychological behavior of the Maoist. Those are Mayavadi. Maoist is how to get the psychological behavior. So what will do? I have to go to forest because where the Maoist is staying. Then I can take the interview scale or can communication scale. You can find out. Then extract the data. So what are my question are developer? So I can ask them. Then I can collect the data. Maybe you're recording the data, then you capture the data. So different type of processes are there. So this data is not available. We have to go to the particular place. You can suppose I am to find the data. We can call the MRI data. MRI means magnetic is interesting in the brain scan data or EEG data, psychological behavior of a particular student. Okay. So for that, what happened? I go to a particular hospital and collect. After collecting the data, the third step is called the data cleaning and the preparation. So what is data cleaning? Data cleaning is not that you can put a water, you can remove the data. It's not a data cleaning. Data cleaning in the sense, what are the inputs are there? For example, some data are not fully completed. Some data having a high too much variance. Some data having an outlier, right? So these data you have to remove, right? So because if you put this data, what happened? What the output you are getting, just like in a concept in a computer science, that is called garbage in, garbage out. So what you can input in a garbage, that garbage should be out. So that's why the pre-processing data. So this number three, data cleaning preparation, we call in a computer science or research field, that is called the pre-processing of data. That means before processing the data to a particular model or analysis, you have to pre-process. That is called the data cleaning. Different type of methods are there. Mean sampling method is there. Many methods are there when you do the data cleaning process. Missing value is there. How to find the missing value? We cannot interrupt the missing value. Suppose I collect the age of the student. Suppose in this participant, 76 participants, I collect the age. So one person don't know age. So what will do? I take the mean average, then put that place. That is the mean average. Like that you can put it, right? Similarly, you can find the different type of preparation of the missing value. Then coming to exploratory data analysis. So exploratory data analysis is very, very important. In the next slide, I will tell exploratory data analysis basically you can find how you become data analysis and the purpose of exploratory data analysis and how become exploratory data analysis helpful the particular model evaluation or model building. So that we can discuss in the next slide. I'll detail explain how exploratory data analysis will be helpful for a particular data science. After that, what happened? Model build. Model means what? Model is nothing but an artifact. You have to create a model. Suppose I create a model here. I want to know the behavior of the X and Y. So this is suppose X input and Y input. Suppose X is equal to 5 and Y is equal to 3. Suppose this is model I have developed. I got. Similarly, I given here 10 input. Next instance, I given 20 input. I got the 30. So what is the meaning? By meaning, it says that by relation between input and output, one set of input, one set of output, you find this is nothing but the addition. Because see, 5 plus 3 is 8, 10 plus 20, 30. So this model will behave the addition between two input variable. Similarly, suppose I'll tell you here, this is equal to 10, the output is equal to 0.1. This is equal to 20, output is equal to 0.001. That means the model is nothing but x1 divided by 10. So 10 means 1 by 10 is 0.1. So in this way, I can find. So on the behavioral between the input and output in a machine learning, we can develop a particular. The model basically develop in different way. I'll tell you in my subsequent slide how to develop a model and how to validate a model. Suppose you validate a model by using training and testing, we can find out how to develop a particular model by testing and training. I'll also explain you what is training, what is testing in a layman point of view, how you understand what is training and testing. I've given a real life example, then you can understand. Right? Then come to the model evaluation. After model building, you have to evaluate the what for model evaluated, whether the model is robust model or not, whether the model gives the accurate classification or not, whether the model is actually working or not, that will tells the model evaluation. So model evaluation, different type of criteria is there, how to develop the model. After developing the model, you can deploy and monitoring. So we can deploy. Suppose you develop a software. So on to develop a software, you have, before develop a software, right, just like a software development life cycle, before you send to the particular market, you have to find the testing. So this is nothing but the model testing, right? So software testing. Suppose you can input 1,000 number of input whether the software is working or not. Even one system input software is working or not. So that you can validate in particular deployment. Now, when coming to this, so expert data analysis, as I told you, I will explain going to expert data analysis. Expert data analysis is just about a process of examining, understanding the data. Now, how to understand the data? For example, some data is there. Suppose X is a set of data. Any doubt you can ask me. X is a set of data and Y also set of. Some data are there, right? Y also set of. So this is called the one array. Suppose the X is set of data. Some X1, X2, X3 like that. Here Y1, Y2, Y3 like that. YN. These two set of data is that, right? Then what will do? I plot the data. I plot the data X and Y. Simply I plot the data. After plot the data, what I observe, the data points are like, right? And sometimes what happens, some other data points, suppose x1 and y1. So data points are like this. So different data points. And similarly, another set of data, the data points are like here x, y, here also x. Now the figure 1 says this is figure 2 and this is figure 3. Now very interesting thing. Now you will understand. If you plot the set of x and y, I got this observation. So being a data analytics, you have to apply your knowledge. Then you have to think when x increasing, y also increasing. How? You just plot here. You just plot. You just put one point and just represent like. Then you draw the point. So it looks like this. Just draw the points. Draw connecting the point. So what is the meaning here? Meaning says that when x increasing and y increasing, that means there is a positive correlation between x and y. Positive correlation between x and y. Now, what is x and y? Let us see. For example, your income and expenditure. Suppose time of you first joining in your job, your income will less and expenditure also less. When after 10 years you become promotion, right? Your income also increasing, expenditure also increasing. So here what's happened? So here income become increasing, your expenditure. This is a real life example. When income increase, definitely the expenditure. Now, second example, suppose a student perspective, if you give her the effort in a study, your percentage of mark also increasing. That means you given 10 hours study per day, you are getting 8 point CGPA. Instead 10 hours, you can put 15 hours study in a particular day, your CGPA will be 9.5. That means effort relation to your relation in the performance of your result. When effort is given more, performance result. So that is called the positive relation. The expert data analysis also can do the relations between find the understanding the data. So this is not about the find the understanding the data, and the process of examining is one of the examining I'm explaining. Now coming to the second, so here what happened? So same thing, if you draw the particular point, here what happened? X increasing, Y decreasing. X increasing, Y decreasing. When X gradually, suppose I can call the student perspective, if you time spend in your Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, your percentage result will be decreased. So this is nothing but your negative relation. The third relation, what happened? So this is called the strong negative relation. Now this is what happened. Third case, fifth, no such relation. For example, your income, my expenditure. How much you income per month salary and my expenditure, or my income, your expenditure. There is no such relation. So here what happened? These two variable x and y, there is no such relation. Similarly, we can find a pair of variable. What type of relation is there? We can find the explicit relation, right? And some machine learning tools are there, statistical models are there. He also discovered the different type of pattern. So this is nothing but a pattern. There is a positive pattern, there is a negative pattern, there is a no pattern. Absolutely no such pattern. Then another thing, suppose the data points looks like this. The data points are looks like this, and another data points it looks like from different places. Right? So I can draw here. So what is the meaning these two? So this figure says, figure number suppose 4, all the data points, the variance are very, very less. That means they are not scattered too much distance. They're very, very close each other. Right? Now here what happens? See all the data points, you draw the distance. So distance is too much high. The variance between the variables are too much high. So this type of relation, you can get it after the exploratory data analysis. So being a data analytics, you have to find out which type of data, what data speak. So data will be nothing but different type of data are there. We can call the numerical data, character. I already told you numerical classification, right? So this type of data you can find out, and what type of data you can, which type of data you can useful for the what type of analysis. That depends upon what type of problem is. Then coming to the objective of the EDA, that explore data analysis, understanding the data structure. So non data structure means the types of variable, dimension of variable, whether missing value is there or not. Then we can find the variance is too much or not, the less variance is there or not, the positive squishiness is not, or negative squishiness, or data are normally distributed or not. All this will get for the, we can understand the data. So what is data structure? The data structure is nothing but a mathematical function where you store the data, Suppose in your day-to-day life, what will do? You put your cloth in one place, put your mobile ingredients like charger, mobile in other places, put your food item one places, put your stationery items one places, right? So this is nothing but we can call the data structure, right? Which data would be placed in some places. You cannot put your cloth in your store, in your kitchen room, right? So that is called the data structure. So which data appropriate, what type of data structure is there? So we can place. We in a computer science, we can call the stack, queue like that. After that, what to do? Summarize the main characteristics. What are the main characteristics? Using descriptive statistics, as I already told you, what is the nature of the data and how the data is a behavior. So that you have to summarize and detect pattern or relationship that, as I already told you, the between the variables, whether the positive relation or negative relation or no such relation, whether they are very, very close each other or not. Okay, so that we can find the close in the sense what happened. That means where the variance very, very less. If variance too much means there are too much variance means the data are scattered in different. Then identify the outlier is there not. What is outlier? So let me explain the outlier means. Outlier means I'm going to explain what the outlier means. For example, in this class, around 80 participants are there. 80 participants. So I will ask, kindly share your what we can call the age. Suppose I call the age here. Age is one of the attributes. I ask participant number 1, what is the age? 32. Someone saying 35. Like that, I can use up to, I assume that 56 is the highest. One of the participant, suppose I tell my age is 2 years. If you draw the plot in a scatter plot, this is the number of participants. Suppose this is age. So this age, suppose starting from 0 to, we can call the 70 years, suppose, and all the data points would be like here, and one data points will be, and this is nothing the outlier. Are you understood? Similarly, height. Why this outlier? Now you see, If you find the mean value, the why outlier is more important. Suppose your higher authority asking, kindly tell me the average age of this participant. If you consider this one, what the average age? Summation I is equal to 1 to n age I. That means x1 plus x2 plus x3. So I calculate 32 to 76. Suppose the average is equal to 42. If you calculate the two, now you see what is the difference between 235 to around 33 years or less. So it will reduce to maybe 32, which is see 42 actually average group. Now after considering the this outlier, it will be how different, which is not a actually correct. So for that, what will do? You try to remove the, which is very very important when you do analysis. Is very very important. Removing the outlier, how to detect the outlier and the remove the outlier. And detect the outlier, we can go for the scatter plot or you can find the box plot. So data visualization point of view. So data visualization is very, very important and this is the one component of your this course. So I request to madam, in if possible, introduce data visualization concept because the huge data is out there, right? Huge data. Suppose a company, suppose you can call the manufacturer company, right? Suppose Samsung manufacturer company. In Samsung, what happened? The product, not only the one product, huge n number of products they produce. For example, cell phone produce, then a laptop produce, then we can call the all electronic gadget produce, the home applications are produced. Then how many particular cell, how many particular items sell? Suppose in a Uttarakhand, how to identify? So that you to project by using data visualization concept. Okay, that is the multivariate data visualization. So multi-attribute data visualization is very very difficult because nowadays what happened, nobody have timing, nobody have time to read out the Excel sheet. You give the Excel sheet by day wise selling or day wise profit in the total Uttarakhand state, is nobody, your exam, your manager will nobody read. Now you can project in a data visualization concept by looking that particular image, we can identify what is the percentage of selling in 2024, 2025. Like very, very important for the data. Now coming to the identify the outliers, as I already told you, then guide the further analysis. Further analysis means which type of model you have to use a particular data set. The data set you can identify in a particular use. Okay, this is the way we can find the exploratory data analysis. As of now, any doubt? Any participant having doubt? Any doubt? Any participant? So you can ask me any doubt. You can ask me.
Yes,
Now,
Professor, one quick question. Good
yeah,
evening.
yeah. Good
Yeah,
evening.
Nidhi, this side. So, very basic question. We did talk about problem definition and
Okay.
also talking about now EDA, exploratory data analysis.
Yeah.
So, we understand by this time, when we are understanding the pattern, when we are understanding the kind of data, the main characteristics in terms of the correlation. So, is it like a manual intervention or do we have some tools available? So,
Yeah.
through,
Yeah. Manual interpretation is very difficult. I'm
yeah,
explaining suppose x and y axis. Okay, two variable. Okay. You think suppose n variables are associated.
correct,
You get
correct.
me? If
So
n variable are
just to complete my question, Professor,
yeah,
for example, attrition, right?
yeah,
And most of the organization they kind of do a lot of analysis and say the problem that they have identified is that there is a level where there is maximum attrition, right?
yeah,
And then of course there is a lot of data. So what are the various tools available for EDA
yeah,
before deciding on the model that we want to follow or before going ahead with other steps that we learned in the recent
yeah.
slide.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
being is a very good question. So I'm happy to address this question. Suppose you think one thing, let me explain. You are asking what type of tools are there. Here, n number tools. Suppose, for example, here y is your target variable, attrition is a target variable, or you can performance of a particular employee is a target variable, right? Now, how you measure? Oh, the X number of parameters are there. X1, X2, X3, X number of parameters are there. So if the Y is dependent, so this is nothing but dependent variable, and this is nothing but independent variable. So this y depends upon which vector. How to know? Maybe x1, maybe x2, maybe xn. So whom the performance of a particular employee is not that delivery time or delivery product in a particular time. It is one of the components. Similarly, behavior is another component. Similarly, you can the punctuality is another component. So n number of components are there. So for this tool, we machine learning tools are there. That is called the classification. That's called the classification tools are there. One is called the logistic regression is there, decision forest is there, one is called the decision tree is there, random forest is there, okay, SVM is there, support factor machine, okay, many n number of algorithms are there. Today I'm going to explain two algorithms. One is called a decision tree, one is called a random forest. Okay. So these two are related, I'm telling. So in this case, what happened? Since the n number of data points are there, this is called the multivariate. This is called the multivariate means variable. Multi means more than one variable. That's multivariate. Similarly, bivariate is there. What is bivariate? Now y is equal to x1 comma x2. This is called the bivariate. Univariate means y is equal to f of x. Y is equal to f of that is called the univariate. So univariate means only one variable is there. Bivariate means two variables are there. Multivariate means more than two variables. So that we'll discuss in your subsequent class in this course how the multivariate analysis will be helpful to take a decision making. Right? I hope your doubt
Yes,
is
thank
clear.
you so much. Thank you so much. Look forward to, as you
Yeah,
mentioned in
yeah, yeah,
subsequent slides today, also two tools and in our
yeah. Tools we will discuss. Yeah,
later classes. So look forward to learning those because
yeah,
otherwise, what we generally do, we would apply some kind of a statistical tool. Or
yeah,
later
yeah,
on, also curious to know if for this very stage also, if we have something, some AI tool that we can straight away, put in and then get. So
yeah,
those
yeah.
also will be very handy.
I'll tell you mathematics behind it. So I cannot tell
Understood.
directly this is the
Yes,
decision tree. You apply decision tree, you get output. Now,
correct.
what is the mathematics behind it? Is that you have to understand. What is the mathematics behind the decision tree? What is the mathematics behind the random forest? So that what happen, you can explain to your juniors. So this is the way it will be work, right?
Thank you. Thank you so
Right.
much.
So now, a common technique usually needed. What are the different techniques you have to use? So EDA, you as of now you understood how what EDA work and what EDA give the output. Now, how to techniques you have to use in descriptive statistics? So these are called the mean, median, mode, variance, standard. These things you already know in class 2, class 12, 11. Similarly, squeezeness and kurtosis also can find out. The data visualization, I told you already how the data visualization is useful. Univariate plot, I already told you. Bivariate told you. Or multivariate, I already told you. This type of these things would done. The data cleaning is nothing but I already told you how to interpret the missing value. And duplicate, you have to remove the duplicate. And incorrect data, you have to correct the data, right? Suppose incorrect data means we can find the your name. Your name is not a single attribute. Your name is having three attributes with the first name, middle name, and last name. So in this way, you can identify the attribute and find the correlation matrix. I already told you how to understanding relation between the numerical variables. Right now, what are the tools and language are useful for the in data? Prominent tools are using the R programming. After that, the Python's introduced. In our study time, when our BTech or graduation time, Python is we know only snakes. Oh, snake. Python is one type of snake. Now what happened? Python is one of the language. So Python language, what is the benefit? Here what happened? You will be give less effort and quick result you will get. So all the tools in that there, you just drag the tool and import the data. The tools will give the. So being a researcher, being a data analyst, you have to interpret the data. Why this output is coming? And what type of nature of the data this output receive? Why my accuracy will be more accuracy as compared to other result? So that we will do. But R is cool what to do. R is a sensitive language. You have to write the code. So some libraries, some packages are there. I'll discuss today. Some packages you can collect the packages. Then you can write the code on the basis of you develop your logic and write the code. And structure query language also there as well in the R. And these are the NumPy are there. These are the Pythons, pandas, NumPys, Matplotlib, Skitlen. These are the different type of tools libraries available the Python program and the platforms which are there. People are using the Jupyter And R Studio is basically the R 3.2.2. Use the R Studio. Now the Studio is there. The R 3.4.3. Google Colab also belongs to the R. For data visualization, the Power BI is most powerful tools. Tableau also there, and also are also used. I mean, we are using our tools with the database. So these are the different type of tools and language for the what we can call the data. Now come to artificial intelligence. So what is artificial intelligence? Artificial, you know, is not a artificial. Artificial, you can find out. Okay. Then intelligence means your previous knowledge is called the intelligence. What is previous knowledge? Experience on the basis of it. Now in 1955, this is the pioneer professor from MIT Lab, USA. John McCarthy is introduced first concept in 1955, and his objective was how human thinking cannot machinery thinking. Human having some limitation, that is called the cognitive limitation. Suppose I'll tell you 2 days before what was your lunch menu? You are unable to tell. You have to recall. Unable to recall. Suppose I'll tell you 2 plus 4 how much? You can tell 6. 10 plus 20 how much? 30. If I'll tell you 23 plus 84 how much? You take some time. You tell, but you take some time. If I'll tell you 23, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 6 plus 4, 8, 9, 6, 2, then you will not. That means you have some limitation. Human brain having some limitation up to the processing of a particular input to get the output. And human brain also receiving the input to a signal and processes their brain and give the information through your information, right? So data is nothing but input the data, then after that you processing. So processor data is not the information. But he says that how human being perceive system will not, how human be reasoning, how human be learning, how human will take decision making, why not system will take. The way human thinking, if you supply the logic, because computer having processing capacity, human being not having that cognitive capacity is there, right? Suppose that processing capacity you will feed to the computer memory, the computer can process like this. You can ask, develop an algorithm, addition of two number, any n number of length you can give, computer will give the immediately give the response to the solution, right? Similarly, after 1955, Alan Turing is 1971. He started the Turing machine. So particularly Turing machine means computer science. So you can start Alan Turing start. After that, what happened? Gradually, the AI start. Before 1995, people are not called the AI. People are calling the export system. So up to 1956, the export system are very popular. After 1956, when the new terminology comes, the additional higher termination is called the artificial intelligence. Export system plus additional features we call the artificial intelligence. It's not a natural intelligence, artificial. Now, in Marvin Minsky in 1881, is a co-founder of MIT Computer Science Artificial Intelligence Laboratory. He pioneered to implement the practically the LISP program. LISP. L means list processing. That is called the list. Then after that, the Alan Newell and Howard Simon. Howard Simon is a psychologist guy. Remember, Howard Simon is not a computer. He's a psychologist guy. And the student of Howard Simon is Alan Newell. They produce the logical reasoning, the logical theorist by considering the first AI program in 1986, the first AI program. And this AI program is nothing but the advanced version of Markov. So they've written one code, and the machine they can find the AI program, that is the logic theorist. It's very interesting thing. For that he got the Nobel Prize. And Howard Simon is one of the psychologist guy, the positive psychology in the child. And he writing one book that is a slow thinking, slow and steady thinking. He written one book. After that, what happened? Geoffrey Hilton recently, in few years back, and introduced. He is from University of Toronto. Still is alive. Toronto. He introduced the godfather of AI. People are telling which can call the new AI techniques, the godfather techniques in a recent era. He's starting the concept called the deep learning. You might be had deep learning word. You may not be know, but you heard might be deep learning. Are you having deep learning? Some place? Anyone? can respond. Have you heard the deep learning concept?
Yes.
The word, oh yeah. Thank you. So the deep learning, I'll tell you, deep learning is nothing but the higher version of ANN. And this ANN basically introduce different type of analysis. We can call the back propagation neural network, feed forward neural network is there, right? And the artificial neural network means is a higher version of human neuron. So this is the human neuron. If the human brain, and human brain, you know, the adult human brain 10 to the power 19 neurons, 10 to the power 19 neurons are connecting each other, See how massive neurons are. And these neurons are together, pass the information, are connecting by some chemicals. Suppose sodium, potassium, chlorine, or the chemical, electrolytes, right? And the brain in backside, the bunch of nerves are coming. That is called the spinal cord. And the spinal cord connecting to different ways. So this is the spinal cord. So this is the spinal cord structure, and these spinal cord are touching, just like it touching each other, right? In this way. And each spinal cord, suppose we divide into C1 to C5 like that, the chemical, and some is called the head, someone connecting to the legs, someone connecting to the leg, hand, someone connecting the stomach, like that. Sometimes what happen, you feeling pain, right, in hand. People are going for the MRI, so spinal cord. So this is information received in the spinal cord and passes to the brain, and brain give the decision and passes to the same. And so this is called the, and same structure implemented in a artificially by developing a particular node. So this is called your artificial neural network. So this is called your artificial neural network. Each are connecting. So this is called the your artificial neural network, right? So this artificial neural network, the connection between in our brain in terms of signal, but in a computer system we call the weight. And the weight value should be 0 to 1. Now basically I'll tell you the artificial intelligence is nothing but the combination of psychology, neuroscience, biology, philosophy, sociology, mathematically, and computer science. The role of computer science is only for the storing, retrieving, and display the result, the processing part. Similarly, sociology, psychologically, neuroscience also there, and biological also there. All together combined, we call it a artificial intelligence. Now, the types of AI. People are using gradually, AI becomes powerful tools. And of course, AI has become powerful tools. Why? Nowadays, what happened? Nobody we can call purchasing the newspaper. Previous what happened in our time, in our home newspaper coming. Now no need to newspaper coming, right? Now nobody sending a letter. In our time, what happened? The England letter, postcard is they write a message, drop a letter that will go to other places, right? They can read. So that thing already outdated, right? When you use, I'm telling 1990, 2000 year, 2004 something. So 2003, I think mobile introduced into the India. That time what happened? People are using incoming call, you have to pay some amount. Outgoing call also pay some amount. Nowadays, what this is not. What I'm going to say, that time what happened? One floppy disk is there. You might be know the floppy disk, I don't know, but you might be remember the floppy disk. The capacity is equal to 1.44 MB. Now floppy disk is not available in the market. After floppy disk, what happened? The CD drive come. After CD drive come, what happened? The hard disk come. After hard disk come, what happened? The pen drives come. Gradually, what happened? The storage building capacity gradually increases. Why? Anybody can tell why? Because you are interacting with huge number of data. So how to store the data? And the data is nothing but your homogeneous data. The data is nothing but heterogeneous. Suppose your cell phone you open, the cell phone is nothing but many type of data. Image data is there, video data is there, signal data is there, voice data is there. Many data. So that's why what happened, the narrow AI, gradually super AI, can find the performance of an intellectual task, how human can do. Now Gen AI is there. Okay, they can put the Google AI is there. You can the ChatGPT also can. You can ask any question to ChatGPT. ChatGPT will tell us. Now how ChatGPT work? So ChatGPT is nothing but just like a Google search. You can find the data mining and you can give the data. So what will do in AI basically? Basically AI will do from the given data, you bring out the information which is useful, we can societal benefit. So that is nothing but correlated data and come out from the useful information. So that is the AI tools generated. Nowadays, what happened? The based on functionality, the current input, the reactive machines, fast AI developed by the IBM. That name is called the Deep Blue. After that, limited memory coming, we can call the ML model. Then after that, what happened? Theory in mind, the advanced humanoid robotic. Now what happens? Self-awareness is called the not yet developed. So this is the latest is not yet developed. People are going and research after death, where you will be. That AI can tell. After death, where will be that AI will tell. This research is going on. Now, components of AI. Now we are gradually coming to the machine learning part. Okay. Then come to the your
Dr. Mohanty, can you just go back to the previous slide once? Just rest for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Just going through the examples.
I can erase this.
Great. Thanks, Dr. Mohanty. Thank you.
আপনি বুঝতে পারছেন তো?
একদম স্যার, একদম বুঝতে পারছি। Thank you.
The components of AI is saying that. So these are the very important components, and these components gradually adding. When the AI is starting, that time these components are not there. Gradually, one components are ready. So first components for the we can call the export system. As I already told you, export system first come after additional version of export system we call the AI. After that, what happened? The computer visions will comes interpreting the images. Now people are working defects. Some images are there. You can see the YouTube. Some images will coming. The image will speak. That is called the defect images, right? Now what happened? People are working now deep learning, and deep learning basically use is nothing but a huge amount of data. And why deep learning coming to picture? Because the machine learning, if you give n number of data, the machine will be hard. So that's why deep learning will tells what are the basic measure criteria who can take the decision, and that input criteria to provide the decision making, and that will give the output. For example, suppose you do one recipe, okay? In that recipe, you put n number of ingredients, and you find out that recipe become too much tasty. Then can you identify which ingredient give that too much tasty? For example, in a West Bengal, I'm telling you, ইলিশ সরিষ দিয়ে মাছের ঝোল. So we can find if you put that সরিষ, that will be more tasty than put any other ingredient. আমি সত্যি বলছি নাকি দাদা? So similarly, what happened? Which ingredient you can put n number of ingredients, but that all n number of ingredients are not benefited for your tasting. Are you not audible? Can you repeat your question? Hello, Nani madam, you tell something.
No, I think she got unmuted, Doctor.
Okay. So now deep learning is actually started around 1993, but in India, researchers are using deep learning after 2005 onwards. All the papers are coming to the and this deep learning basically very helpful also. Everywhere pros and cons are there. Deep learnings are very useful. People are using deep learning and we can publish the paper. Now people are also using deep learning for a negative, like a deep fake. That also you can deep learning. One is called a digital arrest. A digital arrest, what will do? One you might be know previously many cases. Recently, one ISF retired ISF after retired he got the provident fund around 30 lakhs. In due to this digital arrest, or 30 lakhs will be lost. Just in Delhi case in just 20 days back, I just heard the news. Now what happened? So the different components you can find several core components, but my suggestion is how to think, how to learn, and how to act intelligently. That is most important. What AI tells now, people are using spam filtering. Suppose in your email, suppose thousands of mails are, then which mail is spam, which mail is harm, the opposite of spam is a harm is not. So that machine learning will tells in a we can call the random forest or decision tree which mail is a spam, which mail is not a spam. Similarly, the image classification. Image classification, I give the 20 images. Now tell me which one is the images looks like a cat, looks like a tiger. That machine will do. You know which one is cat, which one is dog, but how machine will know? So that you can identify. Similarly, the facial recognition. Suppose you are crying, suppose you are upset. By putting your images, face images, I can tell you are too much excited or too much happy. You are very much sad. And this facial recognition is helpful to reduce the suicide attempt for a particular student. And industrial robotics is there. Now you can find the robo surgery. People are not, doctors are not doing surgery nowadays. You go to Tata Memorial, there is a robo surgery. We can do the surgery in a very minutely way so that the bleeding will be very, very less. In human being maybe do mistake, but robot will never do mistake because you given the instruction, this portion of the breast area, some tumor is there, and you give the geographical information. So breast area you can find and find the images, find the length and longitude, latitude, everything we can give length, size, and the 3D dimension. That particularly robot will go and that there's called surgical strike, right? Because surgically you can do the small area, they can remove the tumor. That also is there. You can see the YouTube. There is robot surgery is there. Okay, that you can. And human being only operate how the robot surgery. So this is one of the we can call the health ground. We can with the health domain. So and artificial intelligence will be help. Now the machine learning basically learn from the data. I'm giving very interesting topic here. Interesting what we can call the example. Learn from the data. What does we learn from the data? Suppose this is a develop. Suppose it is a developed system. Okay, this system is nothing but a machine learning based system, right? Suppose you ask the system, could you please generate a image? Could you please generate an image, a person, either male or female, who is habituated writing in a right hand writing? Are you getting my question? You ask a question to a machine learning based system. Please generate an image of human being, either male or female, who is habituated with writing hand ability, right? Or you can ask question to a machine-based learning system. Could you generate an image of a person who is a left-handed? Left-handed. Left means writing left-handed, eating left-handed, everything left-handed. Right? The system will generate an image. It should be right-handed. Are you getting my question? You are asking the question. Please generate an image of a human being who is left-handed, always habitual, all the activity left-handed. But system gives a wrong output, which is the right hand. Why? Anybody can suggest me why system give a right. You can test it, definitely give out. Why? Anybody can tell me.
Did not learn the hierarchical features.
Let me tell you, yes, you are partially correct. In India, 99%, 3% population are right-handed. Only 0.7% are left-handed. That is means what? Learn from the data. Machine learning is not a great Bhagwan. Machine learning do learn from the data only. So what the 90% data? 90% data are the right-handed only.
It's all about probability.
Yes. So what happened? The 90% data you extract the data. So from this 90% data, we can go the data set is imbalanced. The data is not balanced at all. Now see the 90% means the positive skewness are there. The data are not normally distributed. So normally distributed means, so let me say normally distributed. Suppose the normal distribution is nothing but the data should be looks like data should be Sivalinga. Normal distribution. If positive skewness means the data should be like this, negative skewness. And the positive data should be right. So that's why here machine learning failed to respond to your query, are unable to give the result what you need because data is not a balanced data. And this also happen. You can ask the ChatGPT that will tell. And this also useful if you ask, for example, I collect the data. Here 80 participants are there. I'll ask what is a professor. Professor, someone telling I'm the HR head, it's an HR director, or something. He will ask to a machine learning, find this data, which profession is doctor. But here nobody is doctor is. So randomly what will do? What are the, suppose you are working in hospital as a HR, so that will be retrieved from your data. How they related to somehow related to the doctor, because of your hospital means somehow related to doctor is one of the components, and you somehow link to that doctor component. they can remove. Then that they'll show you, this is the Dr. Datta is nothing but doctor, but the Datta is not a doctor actually. So this type of data we can find working with the. So here what we learn, when you give any machine learning algorithm to a particular algorithm to when you provide the data to machine learning algorithm, the data should be balanced. Data should be balanced data. After that, what happen? After machine learning is another component. Machine learning is over now. So deep learning will be read the hierarchical feature. Hierarchical feature means the classification will do by every state. Every stage they have to classify. And finally, the top feature will be extra. They can find the, suppose I'll tell you the good, we can excellent, we can call excellent performance, we can did from last 10 years in your company called the Samsung company. So what will do? Last 10 years data you have to collect of that particular person and put in your memory. Then you apply some mathematical model. Then that, so not only one particular employee is there in a Samsung. Suppose Samsung in many companies are there throughout the India, throughout the USA, throughout the UK, everywhere is there. So Samsung is not from India. So the thousand millions of employees are there. So how to identify? So that will tell us the deep. And natural language processing, now people use the LLM model, large language model. So large language model means, what the meaning of large? Anybody can tell. Large language model. What is the meaning of large here? Why the name is called the large?
Extremely large data sets.
Yeah, very good. So here a large data set, large number of models are there, and how this large in terms of memory should be there. So data set is a majority component is the large. That's it for the large. So which model you have to implement? When you particular speak, suppose you see recently what happened in a New York, one employee posted in a LinkedIn some said sentence. After that, what happened? We found that he committed suicide. So LinkedIn basically what I saw, the moment he posted within 1 second, thousand number of views. If someone should be known to her family or his family, immediately inform to their family, see your kids given this type of information, something is happening, you go on and finding. So at least you can save them. So some languages are there, we can call the phenotypic analysis from that image, from that message. If you pass the information, it would give the output how much probability of that particular person going to be. So that information you can find out, and that is very, very helpful for the language, natural language. Robotics I already told you, and computer vision is also the facial recognition I already told you. By giving the emotion, find the whether depression or there or not, you can find out. So these are the nothing but we can call the components of the AI in nowadays in 2025. We are using this AI in different various fields.
So, doctor, where does generative AI fits in?
Yeah. Generative AI coming to in my next lecture is generative AI is there. So what is the difference between generative AI and how the AI becomes more powerful? The generative AI, I'll tell you. Some limitation is there AI and how the generative AI coming picture. Now coming to the machine learning, right? So I told you as of now what is the basic rudimentary things, how AI will be work and how AI will be useful, different components of AI, the structure of AI, and what the parameters of AI. Then come to machine learning. Machine learning, the definitions, it says that this is not exactly definition of machine. This is the definition what I represent in front of you to understanding the machine learning is subset of artificial intelligence. I think first class madam already explained. I don't want to spend more time. I'm coming directly the exact definition. Learning from the data and improving his performance over the time without being explicitly. Tom Rich is the father of machine learning. He said that learn L given task T measure the performance P. So machine learning is nothing but LTP. L stands for learning. Here, learning from the data. Then someone asking, okay, you are asking something question. You raise your hand.
Yes,
Yeah.
good evening, this is Akshay. Wanted to understand in terms of machine learning, when we are instructing the model to learn the data, learn
Okay.
from the existing data. We are
Okay.
doing clustering of data, right?
Yeah, clustering you also do, classification also do, no problem.
Okay. In terms of clustering, how are we taking a decision in terms of how to cluster the data? Like, system should learn a certain objective from this particular data, another from some another subset of that data, how the decision is taken and how it is implemented on system.
Yeah. So I think I already told you from the beginning. I'll give you demonstration. So in the logistic regression, I'll do. Then random forest and decision tree, I'll do. So that time I will explain you how machine learning extract the features from the data and how the mathematical behind it. Then how give the okay. I'll give
Oh,
one data set. And that data set I'll clearly mention how mathematically you will work. Okay, that mathematical is a probability function, and you also do. I'm step by step. I will explain. Okay.
oh, thank you, sir.
So now here what happens. So machine learning is nothing but LTP. L stands for you to learning. Learning from where? Learning from the data. Then task is given. What task is given to you, and to measure the performance. So when the measure performance after task produce, suppose I'll give you one task, you recruit this guy. Suppose I'll ask to Dr. Professor Datta, and do you see the CV of this particular person? Please start the recruitment, right? So either two answer is there, whether is recruited or not recruited. There's no third option is right. Suppose you are the machine, right? Suppose you are a machine. So I input a data, the CV, and CV, you know, all the information are there. Gender information there, name is there, experience is there, last previous experience is there, all the experience is there, all data are there. Whether is recruit or not. How to identify recruit or not recruit? The basis of your capability. Second thing, and your need. If this guy is need for this post, then you can for recruit. You cannot recruit by sitting in a bench. Are you getting or not? You can never recruit a particular guy and sitting a bench and give the money. So if that job profile is not there, so sometimes what happen? Suppose a higher suppose a Modi pressurize you, you take this guy. What will do? Tell me. Suppose PM Modi will direct call to you, Mr. Datta, you take this guy in your company. What will do? Job profile is not fit. You have to create a job profile. Yes or no? For him, you have to create a job profile because the higher pressure is definitely because of PM Modi instruction you have to give. If I will instruction, you may not give because I am less. Are you getting or not? Even though you my friend, you are less concerned. No, 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 no. There no job profile is there. In future, I can see. You can this comment you can give. If the Modi will give comment, so that is more. So where what I am going to explain, this is called the task. This is called the and these tags, when you measure performance, after giving some tag, you have to measure the performance, how much percentage will be accurate by selecting this guy on the basis of the CV what data is given. So that is called your machine learning. So machine learning means Tom Rich statement is given. L is nothing but the learning from the data set. T is your task is given to you, which is output. And after getting the task, you have to measure the performance. You measure the right. For example, I've given one more example. You might be suffer fever definitely in your life. Definitely, everyone, I am very sure. After suffering the fever, go to 15 years back. There is a tablet. It was Septran. Septran. How many you heard? I don't know. There is tablet. Septran is there. Now the Septran is nothing but consist of paracetamol. What is the objective of paracetamol? Paracetamol objective is to suppress the temperature. Paracetamol never cure your fever. Paracetamol is not antibiotic. Paracetamol analgesic. What will do? Suppress your fever up to 6 hours. Now you see, recent medicines are available. One of the medicine I'm telling, Dolo 500. And this Dolo 500 may be familiar to you. If you take this medicine, it not suppress 6 hours, it suppress 8 hours. You just check, you can try it. That's why Dolo become more popular nowadays. Why? There also same paracetamol. Instead of 6 hours, you're getting 8 hours. So instead of 4 times fever coming per day, instead of 3 times they are coming day. Are you getting? By suppressing 2 hours, so 1 time you're ready. So what is machine learning here? Machines are there. So thousands of medicines are there. M1, M2, M3, and M are there. Suppose the fever disease is there. Which medicine is preferable? Which medicine is preferable or which medicine doctor will be prescribed? You take this medicine. Suppose the output is Dolo 500. Now, how would the Jolo 5.0 will come? Being a human intelligence, you have domain knowledge. I'm agree. You can find every day you are consulting thousand of patient and OPD. We can find it no problem. But how system will do? How system will do? In Japan, that will do. In Japan, they did. People never go to any doctor. There is a one hospitals are there. In hospital, you put enter the data. They give the prescription. In China also they did. In driverless vehicle, India is not there. In you can see in US is there. Recently, last 2 months before I visited. I also take photo. They never collide to anyone. How they putting driverless vehicle in a huge population. And 2 days news is there. You know the dinosaur. Dinosaur, nobody know nowadays. From thousand years that animals is not able. 2 days back, China developed a dinosaur by using machine. Dinosaur also there. You can see. You can Google it. You can get it. So what I want to saying, the machine learning is not doing a miracle. Machine learning is a data dependent. What data is given, you give the output, so automatically go to. So what will do? In machine learning, you give here, suppose this is machine learning, you give the data, you give the model, you give the. In our study time, what happened? This method is there, give the data and give the output. Getting the here what happened? Data you have to give, model you give, the model will train in the data and give the right. And this data must be should not be garbage in garbage. Should not be garbage in garbage. Suppose you want to find a facial expression, you don't give the image of your leaf digit, not give the facial. What type of data you have to give? What type of your problem definition? Okay, now coming to that machine learning also different type. I think some people are asking now questions. So I mean the same question I am coming now. I'm addressing. So that is called the supervised learning and unsupervised learning. I'm giving the very basic example we can remember. You know, in Mahabharata, what happened? Arjuna having guru of Dronacharya. That is called the supervised learning. That is called the supervised. But Karna having no guru. You everybody frequented Mahabharata. Karna having no guru. This is called unsupervised. Similarly, a PhD student under madam, many PhD students are there. They are the supervised, right? You learn by yourself. That is called the unsupervised. So on the what basis you divide into supervised learning and unsupervised learning? So if the label data is there, so this is very, very important. First, you understand the clarity. What is label data, unlabeled data? Label data means the output information you have, that is called label information. And the output data you don't have, that's called unlabeled data. Unlabeled data. And the label data basically used for the supervised learning. And the supervised learning go for the classification. And unsupervised learning for the cluster. Unsupervised learning for the clustering. And this is for the classification. So I'll tell you now. Give a very good example. Suppose here 80 participants are there. Okay. So 80 participants, one participant, suppose we can call the Dr. Sarvan. I know Sarvan is male. So I know name, age, then education year, date of birth, Aadhaar number, PAN number. Then you can find the gender is good, right? So these all are input. What the input? Name, age, height, weight, Aadhaar number, PAN number, salary income, all are the. So my output is equal to gender male. Similarly, the Madam Aurora recently, suppose I'm asking same data set. A Madam Aurora, suppose female. Similarly, find male, female, male, female, male, female, male. So these data, when you do in Excel sheet, the output information you have, this is called the label data. This is called the label data.
So
Now, yeah,
output information. I mean,
yeah,
I understand, visualize my head count report like this.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But when you say output, I mean, what is that output you're referring to?
Yeah, I am telling you, I am coming. Yeah, just wait one. Suppose I erase the gender part, I erase. Okay, what I'm giving input, same input, name of the person, age, height, weight, Aadhaar card, PAN card. Give me the output, whether male or female. Now you understood? I'm given Sarban Datta, age is equal to 28, salary 2 lakhs per annum, Aadhaar card XYZ, PAN card XYZ, age weight is equal to 50 kilo, height is equal to 6.5. Tell to machine learning, give me whether he is male or female. This is called the unlabeled data. So I don't know whether male and female. Sarvan Datta, male, female, I don't know. I miss machine learning. I know by name, Sarvan is male. You're getting it? I know. From Smita, the word Smita is female, I know. But how system know? System have no information. You have to develop a machine. You have to develop a machine. The machine will tell you whether you are male or female. Everybody clear? Any doubt you can ask me?
So just one.
Sir,
So I have a query.
Yeah, go
I
one
have a
by
query.
one. Yeah.
So could you please repeat or explain again with the label data? I
Okay.
couldn't.
Okay. Suppose
Yes.
I'm coming to my data set, then I'm coming to the data set, you can find. Now see, look at, I'm going to explain here. Suppose suppose you think a T20 final match going on. Okay. Everybody think T20 match throughout across the what you can call the different countries. Day one, suppose in Kolkata, in Eden Garden Stadium, Indian Garden Stadium, day one outlook will be the sunny, temperature too much hot, humidity is high, wind is very weak, wind flow is very weak. That day plays not happen. That day T20 is not happen. Suppose Mamta told no, don't play cricket. Mamta, you know, right? Similarly, day two, no. Date. So this information means whether played or not. These 40 days is played or not. This information you don't have. You remove this play. That is called on label. Put this data is called the. As I already told you, your name, your name, your salary income, your height, weight, but output is called female. That female is called the output. Suppose I put all your name, I remove the gender. Gender column I remove. And this data I am given to the machine learning. The machine will tell Smita will be the male. Actually, Smita is the female. Are you getting it? So you are female. Actually, you are female. But machine learning output will be the male. That means error is there. Are you getting it? Similarly, the Abhilasha Burma. See, Abhilasha Burma is showing male, but madam is inside it. We may be logging from other. But actually, Abhilasha Burma is a male. The output is giving female. That means something error. So label data means the output information. That means target variable. The target variable is there. Target means which one to go. Have a performance measurement for iteration rate or iteration rate or performance measurement of your employee. That is called your what you can call the label. Suppose in your company 100 employees are 100 employees, right? So performance is good, bad, moderator like that. So this information is not there. Give the data to the machine learning. Tells suppose I am working in your company. Whereas Satyanandra Mohanty performance is good or bad. But I am very bad performance. Okay. But output is given good. That means you will never rely on the. So that is called the what you can call the. So now, so this is nothing but we call the supervised learning and remember one thing. In supervised learning, you only go for the classification. I'm going to classification and cluster. You go to classification. You only go to classification. And this is go for the cluster. I'm explaining one example of the clustering and classification. Suppose in your study table, many pens are available. Many paperweights are available. Many single papers are available. Many books are available, right? And some dress are available. I'll tell you, you just classify it. So what will do? Can you put dress in a pen area? Where you put pen means pen stand is there, right? Here pen stand, what will all the individual pen put in pen stand? Can you put cloth here? Are you getting my question? Suppose in a study table, many pens are available, right? Pen, pencil are available. In the pen, pencil, where you can you put pen, pencil in your gutters? You put here in a pen. That means you are classifying which item belongs to which category. Pen, pencil, category 1. All cloth will be category 1. On paper will be category 1. In this example, I'll tell you, in this area, I classified 2 categories, male and female. Okay. 1 category. Another way, I classify on the basis of age category. Those are having 30 to 35 years. Those are having 36 to 40 years. Those are having 40 years to 50 years. Greater than 50. So this is one classification. I'll tell you another thing. How many of Hindu and Muslim? Suppose Hindu are 60, Muslim are 70. Hindu Muslim classification. Again, I tell you, veg and non-veg. Veg and non-veg means every day you are veg, every day you are non-veg. Like, so non-veg never be veg. A non-veg may be veg, but veg never be non-veg. Food preference. Are you getting on? So food preference, what will do? How many participants are veg and non-veg? Rata, you are non-veg, right? Am I
Well,
getting?
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
You are non-veg. Definitely you are non-veg. So how I predict you are non-veg? I am predicting non-veg.
Well, maybe the place that I hear from, or maybe that.
See, let me tell you my logic, what I did. You Datta means I found he belongs to Bengal. And most of 99% Bengals are prepared to the non-veg.
Correct.
So this is my logic. Go to the Gujarat area. In Gujarat, what happened? The veg person, the person having preferable veg, the dominator of the non-veg. The very, very non-veg. You go to Gujarat, non-veg hotel, very, very tasty. Suppose the Abhilash Verma, he may be veg. I'm guessing, maybe veg. 90% chance maybe. So on the veg, the food preference, classification, two types, veg and non-veg. Age group, many age group. Female, non-female, many men, two groups. So this is called the classification. This is called the classification. Now coming to clustering. So clustering means on the basis of similarity. On the basis of similarity. So I'm giving one very good example. Suppose you might be visit any meeting or in your what you can call the any party you may be attend. Right? Any party you may be attend. In your life you may be attend many party, right? Suppose in a party, what happens? You see, people are on the basis of height. Suppose the three types of height. One is tall height, moderate height. So tall height. So all the tall height they're putting here, and those are the moderate height they will be here, and those are the short height they will be. Okay. Now I will tell you, identify these are the belongs to which state of the India. Tell me, anyone? Again, I'm question. I'm on the basis of height. I make a red color is a tall height, green color is the medium height or moderate height, and this cyan color something by which color is some color is they call the short. Now you tell these are belongs to which part of the India, geographic region. Definitely they must be some part of the India, right? They never come from moon, right? Some part of the India. Which part? So,
Professor,
yeah.
should not we give unlabeled data for supervised learning?
Oh, I have given one data set. I'm given only one that is called the height. And next question I will add a weight. Next question I will add a weight. For the timing, you consider as a height. Okay, tell me, let me solution. Suppose in this very interesting question. So think I will tell you this red become Punjab state. These are the northeast like Kohima, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. And these are the in between the Kolkata, Odisha, or Maharashtra. Why I'm telling like this? You see, in generally that also true. Those that belongs to Punjab, they little bit more height as compared to the person belongs to Kohima, Nagaland, and the Meghalaya. If you visit Meghalaya, you see they are prominently less height. They give them one group. Suppose you attend one party, you see the Punjab people. By default, they will group each other. Here, Odisha, Kolkata, people group each other. Here, what happened? The soil height will be grouping. So, what on the basis of similarity? See here, what is the similarity? Height similarity, right? Suppose Usha madam invite one grand dinner after 2 days. Everybody will join them. So, definitely, you create one group. The ladies will create one group. The gents will create one group. That you may be visualized or not. You go to in your company treat. You see, the female employee will be separate one group. They're sitting each other, they're eating each other. And the male female also they're grouping each other. Why? Because that inherent quality of the human being by cognition, since it is a female, suppose you go to while train will one place to another place, suppose one female, the female should be definitely sit in behind the female if seat is available. You're getting my question. Suppose you train journey you do, okay? See, both space are available. In the train, same bogie, one girl is there, one boy is also there. And space also available both sides. One girl will come, and that girl must be seated and girls will. Why? Because the similarity is there. Because he is the girl, I'm similarly you boy. The boy never go to the girls and sit there. So boy definitely is seated at boys. Why? Because of similarity. Because you are boy, he's boys. On the basis of similarity. So clustering on the basis of similarity. On the basis of similarity we can write. So I think okay, semi-supervised learning what to do. Sometimes what happen, some data are there labeled data, some data having unlabeled data. So as of now, you remember the unlabeled data for the unsupervised learning, labeled data for the supervised learning. Some real life problem what happen, you will not get labeled data always, you will not get unlabeled data always. Sometimes mixing also there. For that what happen, The new concept is called the semi-supervised. In semi-supervised learning, what happen? Sometimes what happen is the power of the supervised and power of the unsupervised. So that we can learn. That is on-level data. Then the speech recognition. Speech recognition is something about the on-level data. Now your semi-supervised go to email. Your email ID itself is a semi-supervised. Why? For email ID nothing but the character, the numeric, then the special character. So that is called the your semi-supervised. And finally, the last one is called the reinforcement learning. The reinforcement learning, what will do? You have to learn from the data by giving award and punishment. By giving award and punishment. And these things happen, you know already from your company who given every year giving the bonus during Diwali time or Dasara time, right? Who will give bonus? Those having, suppose you in your employee, suppose you in your company, 100 employees are there. Only one employee will get the bonus. Bonus in the terms of reward. So this 99 employee will learn from that employee how he gets reward. Same thing we can do. Next time I may get. So that information would learn by the 99. Suppose one you restricted, means you suspended immediately, you terminated. So that is the punishment. Out of 100 employee, you punish one guy, he left organization, he forcefully left organization, then this 99 guy would learn, I will not do in future such activity so that the term will come to my. So that is the punishment. Similarly, in data point, what will do? Thousands of data is given. Some data given the reward. So other data points will learn how the reward function will be given to particular data points, how punishment will be given to that penalty. Penalty, reward and penalty will be given to particular model so that the model will behave properly. Model will behave. So in your company, you will not remove a particular employee in same day. If did one mistake, you give the show cause notice, then you give the information. Then after that, if not learn, then you can remove. You cannot remove by immediately by one mistake. Am I correct or not? Given show cause, right? Similarly, here what happened, when you give the data set, if data set is our model is having weak performance, then you learn the data having some delta x factor, x plus delta x. Then give it again x for delta x. Given x for delta x, the delta x is positive, is called the reward. If delta is negative, is called the penalty. Right? So as of now, I think the time over. As of now, what you learned today? We learned today. Okay, yeah, Gupta madam, you can ask.
Yeah, sir. After you first you finish, then I will take my question.
Okay, so as of now, what you learned today? First, we learn what is AI. Then, what are the different type of AI models are there? Then, how AI models are linked to the data. After that, data you can noise classification, different type of data, how to handle the data. Then, after that, going to the what you can call the machine learning approach. Then, before machine learning, we the data science, integrate the data science with AI. After machine learning approach, we can go to different type of learning data with the relation between pair of variables. We can call the we can positive relation, negative relation, and no relation. Then bivariate, multivariate we discuss. Then finally we discuss the different type of key technology behind the machine learning approach. One is the supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and the semi-supervised learning and the reinforcement learning. So now forum open to you. Any question you can ask. I'm happy to address from my best of my part. We can, and I already shared all the PPT and coding and the data set to our my madam, to Professor Usha madam. I hope you will get it very. Any question? Yeah. Now
Yes, sir.
over to you, madam.
Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, thank you. It was very informative and very highly learning session. I enjoyed. Plus, I was a beginner for machine learning and AI. I have learned a lot. So, no, sir, I'm sharing my feeling that I'm little overwhelmed with so many information. And somewhere I was connecting the rope. I was holding the rope, and somewhere I lost with the content. So, what will be the focus point first? How I should take this learning roadmap ahead? What to learn first, because there is Power BI, Tableau. I saw a lot of messages that you should learn Power BI, Tableau, because we are also making a report. HR data, HRIS reports, and all these things. So, what you suggest? What should we focus first, and what should be the learning,
Yeah.
roadmap?
So let me tell you. First, you identify what should be you give the out. What should be your out? Suppose the problem is P. Since you are employee of a particular organization, your higher authority is given a problem to you. Suppose you are the user. Suppose you are the user. The problem is given to user. Suppose user is nothing but your Rupika Gupta is the user, right? So what Rupika Gupta will tell? What is the expectation of my supervision? Means what is the your mentor or you can advisor or your higher authority, right? Suppose your higher authority is your manager, right? So what is the expectation of your manager? If your manager needs this type of Excel sheet I'm given, you identify on the basis of data visualization. I have no time to read all the Excel data. You have to represent in a PPT in very short manner, which is very informative. I can extract the data rather than I read individually go to each line of the. So that is your main target. What you are going to be do. Once you target your output, then you can find how to achieve this. For achieving output, n number of ways. I'm giving one example. Suppose today, Anup Sharma is one of the employees. His marriage ceremony tomorrow. He invite you. First you decide whether to go or not. First you decide whether to go. Once you decide where I will go, then various paths is available. You go by flight, go by walk, go by cycle, go by biking, whatever you can go. Again, same example. Suppose you are employee, you are filing the income tax. First you decide whether you will be pay the tax. If pay the tax, how much amount you pay the tax? That will come later. First you decide to pay the tax. Similarly, here what happened, what you are asking question, being a learner, being a beginner, you have to think what is your objective, what you are going to be do. If your objective is fixed, your vision will fix, you can go for the path. There absolutely no problem. For data visualization point of view, many techniques are there. You go for the Power BI, no problem. Then there is a Tableau is there. In Tableau, what happened? Will more memory space required. Your company, your laptop having no memory. Then Tableau is you can discard Tableau. You go for the Power. Second thing, in Tableau, what happened? You write in the code. You don't have a time, so no need to go for Tableau. Go for Power BI. So that depends upon how to achieve your goal. You have to think because you are the domain knowledge you have. Because you have already worked 10 years, 15 years in your HR industry, then you have to work out where I can fit my model with the help of this, what my manager given data, and the model give the. But what model give output? Don't pass same data to your manager. You will trouble. Are you getting or not? So model give the output. That output don't directly pass. People are doing nowadays. No, don't directly pass. You have to analyze. You don't trust model 100%. No, you only trust your parents. Don't trust your model. You have to analyze, apply your knowledge, your model, what model gives, whether it's correct or not. Then only if I'm satisfaction 95 or 90 or 85%, I can transfer this data to my manager and I can explain to manager, so this is the interpretation I did and this I got. Getting or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Sir, as an HR, what should be the minimum tool we should know? Like Tableau, BI, there are n number of tools.
And
So,
go better. Power BI is very easy in the sense what happened. You no need to give any effort. You just import the data. Okay. So Power BI you will be identify which variable is prominent features, and these are the data set, and they given one report also Power BI.
okay.
So that will be good.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Professor, this is Suresh here. I
Suresh.
just have a question to sequel to Rubika's question.
Yeah.
As there are many data tools which is available, okay, number
Yeah.
one, so we sometimes get confused which one to use now. That's one thing. And secondly, which tool to use to analyze which data. Sometimes it might be a salary analysis, it might be a promotion cycle, it might be, for example, I mean, anything. I mean, or bonus payout, etc. So
Yeah.
how do you know which tool to use or which
I got your point.
Yeah,
I got you.
if you could just help us.
Same. Okay, let me tell you another example. Suppose in your company, 100 employees are there. Okay. So being a HR manager, your role every year you give to promotion, right? promotion or increment. For example, increment or promotion. Okay. Now you will be in dilemma. You have no time to evaluate each employee. Think about 1 million employees. You have no time to analyze of each record of each employee. But you have an Excel sheet. All the performance parameter whom to give an increment or promotion. You have a parameter because you are an expert knowledge. Are you getting or not? You have domain knowledge. These are the parameter is there. Then definitely you will get promotion. If X1 is there, and X2 is there, and X3 is there, then antecedent consequence rule you have. Are you getting? Am I saying? Suresh Garu?
Got it, yeah.
Ardhamaindi, right?
Arthamaindi,
Now what will do? Each parameter you have to remember because you have domain knowledge, right? And this domain knowledge you given to the machine learning system. I tell you algorithm, different algorithm. So what the output? The output is two-way, either promotion or not. If output is binary classification, whether it will be give promotion or not promotion, or give the increment or not promoted, right? This is nothing but your classification problem. This is nothing but your classification problem. For classification problem, set of algorithms are there. You just implement it. That's all.
got it, sir.
Now coming to another way. Suppose in your payroll system, everybody got promotion or everybody here definitely get the increment, right? So what will do? You may be three ways. We can salary hike 60% to 100%. 100% means what the basic pay will be double. Something below 60% to 40% and 1 to 39%. So three categories there. Three categories are there. So in this what happened? Output is not a binary classification. Output is not a binary. So who are the employee? Who are the employee fall in this category? Who are the employee falls in this category? Who are the employee fall in this category? That parameter you have to set. That parameter you have to set. And this algorithm give to the machine learning. You no need to go for 1 million record. On the basis of your parameter, the machine learning will find out Rupika Gupta having 100% salary. Anand Arora is less performance, having 10% salary. Okay, hike. Like that you can do. So that is the beauty of your machine learning. Human beings just develop a model and give the model, let the model run, let the model with the output. So after getting output, what happened? Suppose you are very close with Rupika Gupta, classmate and very good friend, but you want Rupika Gupta should be 100 to 60 to 100% slab, but Rupika being 10 to 30% slab. That time what will do? Again, retrain. You cannot predict that guy. We predict that model. No. Rupika Gupta very good performance. Why coming to 10%? Let us remodel. Again, you put. So this you also you can.
Thank you, sir.
Any question?
Hi, doctor. One question from my side.
Yeah.
So in the key techniques section, the reinforcement learning, I'm not able
Yeah.
to correlate the usefulness of this technique. So if you can help
Okay.
me understand with an example, it will help.
Yeah. Reinforcement learning on the basis of model penalty and the model penalty and reward, right? So what is model penalty? I'm giving you one layman example. Okay. Suppose you are working in which company?
I'm working in Stride 1.
Okay, Stride 1. So Stride 1 company having suppose 1,000 employees, right? So your role every year, your manager told every year you give me the report 1,000 employee, the yearly performance, right? So how you get yearly performance, you know. You have domain knowledge. For example, frequently coming, taking CL for a holiday purpose, and people are having without apply CL, they are staying, and they're putting punch, then go outside and enjoying. After that, again coming to check out. Many behavioral activity you have observed. Right? Then, out of 1,000 employee, you have a right to measuring the performance. Suppose the 10 employee, you give the warning. What is the warning? You supposed to stay 8 hours per day. I observe from last 1 month, you are staying 2 hours per day. You are coming, punch, again go, again coming by me. So you are observing. So what will do? Are removing it immediately? Are removing immediately? No. You give the message warning. This is called the penalty. So once warning message given, so all 1,000 person will know. Yes or no? 1,000 person. That means if 1,000 data points, 10 data points are getting warning, so they are also become very cautious. No, 10% already get warning from the Ritika madam. Ritika madam too much angry, so we very much need. My turn will come, so I will not come for 2. I will come. This is called the penalty. Now just go to positive. So these 10% per employee, very excellent working they're doing. They're doing overwork. You give today work, they immediately after 2 hours they give an output. So you'll give in the performance award. Give the what you can call the your what is that called the what letter they are giving after for some increment letter they are giving na. Other than increment, what is giving in a HR recommend that is called the
Reward and recognition.
Rewards and
yeah,
recognition.
recognition letter they are sending. The moment recognition letter sending is the best employee performance like that. All 1,000 will getting. So this 990 will be think why not I will be do such work the way 10 people did. Next time also Ritika madam we give the hours. So what they will do, they instead of 6 hours they're doing, they also do 2 hours extra. So that is nothing but the reward. So in data points, what we'll do, you give the rewards to few data points, all the rest of data points, they automatically they tune each other, so that what happened, they can strengthen every, see nowadays, who will not want to reward, tell me, everyone to reward, right? So they can give more effort. Similarly, all the features in data, they want to, I want to be a decision making parameter. So on the basis of you decided, on the basis that is called the reinforcement, you are forcing through by 10 data. Suppose you penalty of 10 days, rest 990 student or employee, you are mentally forcing, don't do this type of activity, otherwise your turn will come next. So this is called the punishment. Similar reward, these 10 getting high reward, recognition letter, 990 thinking, you do also same thing, next time you also get a letter from my recognition letter. So this is called your reinforcement. It means you are forcing a to learn. That is called reinforcement.
Understood. Thank you.
Suppose your kid, I don't know your marriage or not. Suppose your kid is there. Your kid friend having a high 90%. So what will do? You are telling kid, you see your friend having 99%. That means you are motivating your kid to become 99. So that is called the reinforcement. You are forcing to your kid, you will become. So that is called your reinforcement. In any question?
Sir, would ChatGPT also be helpful in reinforcement learning? Like we have an Excel.
ChatGPT is nothing but a tool, and ChatGPT work on the basis of data mining, the way you in Google are doing. But don't believe all the ChatGPT output are inaccurate. Okay, so you have to analyze on that. ChatGPT also give a query recommended system to the Google, and that also retrieve. So it is just like a tool. So don't believe on ChatGPT is upon every time. So recently we visited one temple, Nagarjuna Sai Srilam, Suresh Garu might be know. We asked today's temple is closed or not. They're taking answer is temple is closed, but and temple actually open. Temple is not closed that time. You ask the flight, tell me the shortest flight from Delhi to San Francisco. Then nobody will give because dynamically they give idea. If you book the ticket, that flight may not be there, right? So that's why don't believe ChatGPT forever. For the timing sake, okay. For knowledge gain, ChatGPT is okay, but don't take decision. Any question? Thank you very much. I just received the reinforcement learning. You stop your lecture. So this is nothing but reinforcement learning. Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
We'll meet
Thank you so much,
next
sir.
time.
It was a
Thank you so
wonderful
much.
session today.
Thank you so
Tomorrow
much.
we can meet you again. So any doubt, you can mail me. Okay, so no problem. Okay, I can mail.
Thank you.
Any reading, any learning we should do before attending tomorrow's session?
I already given the PPT. You at least gone through the PPT.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
Thank you.
Night, doctor.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Great day.
Good night.